season out in the top 25. How does that feel?
Not as good as 72 and sunny in the end of January with Drake going. So, no, we're excited about it. I've said it many times. It's great for the brand. I mean, I think it shows a high level of respect for our program. Does it mean anything in the grand scheme of what's going to go on in 2025? It certainly does not. But at the same token, we'll use it in our own way and in the confines of our meeting room and locker room as something to motivate us the proper way, rather than it being something that means we've accomplished anything as we head into 2025.
Coach, I'm sure you guys were a little disappointed not to make the tournament last year. How much motivation does that give you guys this year?
Well, I mean, I know it certainly gives myself and our staff. I think the unique thing, there's certainly players. We have great returning players that, you guys know, and the Gary Gaines, Grayson Stewart's, Brooks Bryan, Peyton Watts, Mikey Bello, Shane, guys who have been in the program that, know what our standards are. But you also have a ton of new players, not just here, but across college baseball. So, I think you have to sprinkle at the right time to the right people. I don't know if it's necessarily a battle cry like maybe it used to when your roster was more similar. I think it has to be a bit of a lesson learning thing, the fine line between everyone patting you on the back and then everyone saying close job, and so we certainly use that at certain times, but at the same token, as we told our team when we didn't make the show there at the end of May of last year, this won't happen again, and so here's what we'll slightly alter and change, and here's how we're going to use it moving forward. And then we've kind of tried to go beyond that and focus on our dailies as we now are 15 days away.
In terms of that top 25 ranking, are you seeing that level of play and practice from your guys to really justify that, do you think, right now?
Oh, certainly. I mean, I think we have one of the most talented teams in the country. That's going to be our goal and effort as coaches, and certainly the standard for the players. That's been our mission since we got here 3.5 years ago. So yeah, the guys have been really good. They're incredibly competitive. There's talent. If you were to stay for the scrimmage today, you're going to see probably 4 arms throwing the ball 95 or above, and obviously guys hitting the ball very hard. All-American level catcher that played on Team USA, and many other high-level players. So. No, this isn't by accident. These kids are really, really good. They're very talented. A lot of them will be able to play professional baseball, but the thing that we like to remind them often is the way that, their individualized success is going to maximize is by team success. And so these guys really believe in that, and I think their work's been reflective of that.
Brooks said last year actually caught him by surprise a little bit, just how well he played. What can that do for his confidence going into this year, knowing, hey, I've done this, obviously, like you said, played with Team USA this summer, and just what he can bring to the table?
Well, Brooks is such a great kid, and when he gave that answer the other night at our opening banquet, I'm sure to you guys today, he does mean that sincerely. People forget, if you look back, he wasn't in the lineup the opening night. So, but Brooks, his improvement has been as stark as any kid that I've seen in recent memory. And when you're one of the 28 best players in the country, which is kind of reflective of what being on Team USA means, and then doing what he did there, and certainly parlaying that spring success to that summer success, and then what he's done in the fall and then this preseason, he's one of the special players in college baseball. Troy fans should be, they should be thanking their lucky stars that a player like him is such a Trojan through and through, and so. We're proud of what he's doing, but I think he's got a lot of things to accomplish before his time is up here.
You mentioned it a couple times, that Team USA. Obviously, Brooks was able to play. You're a coach for that. What was that experience like?
It was a great experience. They fed us well. They treated us well. You get to be around the best players in the United States in college baseball. You get to experience a unique camaraderie with Chinese Taipei. You see some of the younger players that were on the development squad. It was great. If I'm being totally truthful, I never necessarily had interest in doing that, but when I was asked by Coach Vasquez, obviously who did an amazing job as the manager there, and then Eric Campbell, who runs USA Baseball, it became a slam dunk opportunity to do and take advantage of, and I had just an amazing experience, as I know that Brooks and all the other kids did. There were so many really just nice kids, unique kids, obviously talented kids that are going to make a lot of money one day. But I'd certainly do it again if I was asked to in the future.
I think that certainly speaks to the reputation that you've built as a coach, and especially here at Troy, being asked to coach upon that staff. How does that humble you?
I think I mean, it certainly, I guess, speaks to maybe what we've done here. And, you know, you put in a lot of work to get in these positions, you know. I was 22 years old when I started 18 years ago, you know, as a second assistant, you know, paid through the GA program and just trying to coach pitchers that were older than me. And so, you know, I think when you work really hard and you believe in what you do, you'd be lying if you don't want to, like, have opportunities and whatnot. And I think you look at any coach, basketball, baseball, football, volleyball, I mean, you want opportunities to grow, but also I think the most important part for me, and I really mean this, it's just great for our brand here at Troy. You know, obviously the Brooks and I, in relation to the question with USA, is great for us. Publicity is great for us, you know, in the top 25. We want things that are going to help us be a great program each and every year. We never want to be a program that rides those highs and lows, and obviously there's highs and low moments that you go through in seasons, but we want to be a program that every year you look and go, wow, that talent's really good. Their culture is always on point. Obviously, we have the facilities here. They could have a chance to make a real run. That's our goals each and every year, and I think things such as that's how I look at it, as a real positive. If you want to relate it to me, sure, but I think I relate it to what it does for all of us.